Hello and welcome to the Real Life Show. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Jonathan. This is a platform where we get to engage, interact, learn from icons, gurus, moguls, trendsetters, trailblazers, difference makers, and world changers. You know what I'm talking about. And sitting next to me is a young legend. You know, Akapondo Munchende.
Wow.
At Commander, they call you Commander.
That's what I'm known for.
That's what you're known for.
Yeah.
So, ladies and gentlemen, the face is familiar. Everybody knows this guy. This is Brian Chanda, or Chanda Brian, whichever you want. Chanda Brian, how you doing?
I'm alright, boss. How you doing?
I'm good. What's the haircut? Now,
I'm certified lover boy, man. You are good boy.
Great. How you doing?
I'm alright, big boss. How you doing?
Awesome.
Yeah.
I like you're chilled, you're calm, you're humble.
Yeah.
A lot of people think you're not like that because they've never met you in person.
No,
right?
mostly the perspective they have, if you're popular, obviously rude to people and stuff like that, you know. But for us, it's different. I'm more of the business guy before the popularity and stuff. So I have to treat people nicely. That's what gives me business at the end of the day.
Great.
Yeah.
But are you a Lusaka guy? Where do you come from?
I come from, I grew up from Solwezi, from childhood, that's grade 1 up to 9.
Yeah.
I grew up in Solwezi with my grandparents. Then grade 9 to 12, I grew up in Kawe. I've been in Lusaka, I think, for 5 years, from 2017. When I moved to Lusaka.
What brought you here?
I think chasing the greener pasture, I must say. Quite well, I was a top student in school.
Really?
Yeah, I was one of the top people. Would go for these JETS fairs and stuff, would top all those things. So I was more of a student guy. So when I came to Lusaka, my main mission was to apply for school and stuff like that. Then when I got here, life got a bit interesting. I was like, okay, there's that point when you complete school.
Yeah.
You're just home. Get back to your bedroom. So I was like, okay, it's not life. So that's how I stepped out, just to improve my skills. I tried designing. I was actually doing volunteer work for my uncle. He's a designer, graphic designer. Is
he? Because when people look at you, think you're a rich kid. You come from a rich family.
No. Try to once. Like I can remember way back in Solwezi. Quite well. We had. I was a bit favored. Like my grandparent was working for OP. Then he was quite old. By grade 3, 4, he retired. Then life changes a bit. So I won't say like I come from a rich background and stuff. Come from the bottom. Tumbwa to this shop of the Finem Kantemba. A picture manje. Yeah. So we've been through it all. Not really coming from a rich background. I'll say medium, not so poor again. They managed to take me to school. Then I made the most out of it. I managed to complete my grade 12. Yeah. I had 6 points in my best 5.
Wow.
Then I moved to Lusaka. I applied my scholarship. I wanted to do medicine. So I actually passed CBU. CBU I got accepted. I applied for BC. Bouncing. I just came back to Lusaka. Then I applied for UNZA and applied for BC as well. Then I continued with hustling in Fine. Okay, I think this by now, I have less time for my books. It's more of my business. But mostly what I do, I must work for 7-8 months without school. Then I give it 3 months. I managed to catch up in 3 as well.
So where did you get this idea of business?
Business, I feel my background, I think. Let me say my grandma. It was that thing whereby Vale Shako, my chan can't about my biscuit. I was mostly found there. So balance up change, shale short as well. That kept me going. Then on the other end, my mom, when I was staying in Kawe, she was a teller. So whatever, sometimes she was also selling some Martins. That's what mostly I was doing. I've just been that sharp with selling things, See, but transport. You say, no, she does this, you find the clientele. So I picked it up from there. So I feel I started selling things at a young age, I must say. Even way back in school, I got my phone, searched my deals. And then that keeps motivating me to do better. Then I came in Lusaka. Of course, I had the school perspective as usual. Once in a while, I know I will study abroad and stuff like that. We applied. I got accepted so many universities, but sponsorship is what was hard, you know. So that's why I just decided to start up a small business.
What was your first business?
My first business, I remember, was printing t-shirts. I made my first 3 t-shirts. Few people even believe it when I tell them that.
And then capital wasangire kwisa capital.
Shakwete na capital. Ona sangire client wa mashete want to win money no pango to mashete. Kwa ambira pena. I want even like no to ambira pona one thing.
So your first business was t-shirts.
Yeah, it was t-shirts. From the same designing I was making. I was putting my things on my status. Someone got interested. Now I want 3 shirts. It was I think the anniversary. I want 3 shirts. I made them, papa, she liked them, but different overdose. Like I was like 200 each shirts, so I'm paying 600. I even got 10 shirts from that. I sold Papangoka 1 pin, picked up from there. Then I remember the peak where everything just picked up was when I started making the No Fake Friend shirts. I started it, was a bit slow. Kept pushing, Filafina, Pangot Malos, Pada. Someone orders what no, I can't fit. Then what pushed me the most was when I started making custom covers. So that one, it was low cost, but the price I was selling was quite high. Don't know. Down that side, city market. That's what I get. I had the supply. I was giving me plain covers. That was like 5 kwacha, 8 kwacha. Like he had no business for them. So now and I get from him. Then there's also this shit that they call vinyl. I'm sure you've heard of it. So vinyl, it's like a sticker. Then I had the man who had the plotter, which cuts what they use for printing shirts. So my initiative was I used that same vinyl. All I had is by then 50 kwacha you get 1 meter. Was it 50, 30 or 50 kwacha somewhere there? You get 1 meter. So I'm gonna send there 1 meter. To my different orders. And the phone cover is you just use like 5-6 centimeters of that. You stick on. I was selling them for like 50 kwacha, 70 kwacha. Just like that. That one, the one that pushed me. I remember we got like it should be like 6,000-7,000 from the same business. I was like in the first week I was like okay. Then I remember that 6,000. I ordered the machine. By then I'm uploaded to the China, one of my friends. I sent them the money. That's when they send me the plot. I get the machine. We do it from home. We print, we deliver. We print, deliver. Kwa toto walikapitira mwana yefu wakupera watakwete okupangira wakutamvya murefusha abantu mushopu shanshani. But it kept me pushing. Sometimes I making to my covers. I was making the covers by Limbe Complex, but when you just ask me on me. Mostly I was doing it from outside. You go that was show sometimes. I'm try to but I don't blame them otherwise. That's how life is. Not everyone will know what's coming up.
Now, what strategy did you use for you to become? Because you're one of the most famous young people I know in Zambia. What strategy did you use for you to become famous?
Okay, quite well. At first, I was doing sponsored ads. Sponsored ads kept pushing me. Then manja kwa said I'm a scandal so I'm just finding myself. My pictures are all over and hey. Of course, I felt low myself.
I think I missed Scandal.
So that was one of the hardest points in my life. Like I was totally on my lowest. Brian, I don't mind what so I just sat down. I was like, it's either this brings me down or I shoot it up from there. So I'm seeing Wabuka, Ukweteka 3,000 followers. But the 2 hours. 6,000 followers. Checking your story, 6,000, 10,000 views. I was like, no, let me pitch in. Then I came up with something that no one was doing by then. Yama custom laptop skins.
I remember that.
I remember I was doing some volunteer work for some man. We're branding a car. So I printer chip ban. I was like, okay, I can pitch in and make some money. I ain't a that same cheap material. for that way. The printing, it was like 30 kwacha 1 meter. So I tried putting my faces of people now. From nowhere now. Then I just posted them up because everyone was just laughing, I'm sure. I posted my jokes,
Yeah.
But then from there I found so much clientele, like it was just so much. People are ordering. And it pushed me. That's when I remember I made like huge sums of money. My 20 pin.
What's the biggest amount you've ever made in your life?
In my life, the biggest sale I had was like 2 weeks ago. We sold like 80,000 a day. That was phones.
Wow.
Yeah, that was just on phones.
But how much are you worth, man? How much are you worth? Bank.
One thing I'll tell you about this is like from my perspective.
Yeah.
Never keep liquid cash for so long. So there's what you call the amount working capital in Banana. So me on my end, even a paper and I would just have like 5,000-7,000. But all my money, I make sure it's in stocks. It's in my shop. Maybe I have. I order different products because if you keep liquid cash, it's prone to there's inflation. So you know, to an MPH might have lost value. So on my end, I'm still growing unless Namalanda, if I evaluate the stocks I have. Which means the phones we order, the shoes, of course the business name and all that not. I think to request I need it in. But if I just liquidate for few, I'm sure Shakwan.
Shakwan. One shan. Million, billion, trillion. Okay, that's great. But then I've noticed also your engagement is high. How did you develop that heart-to-heart connection with your
me on my end,
audience?
It's always been about interactions because I come from somewhere I totally had nothing. I don't expect it. So sometimes a guy is like, me I'll go there and I'm boy. Achani, we talk like that, you know, because I always relate with almost everyone. Be it could be someone from let me say they're high class. I will still engage with them. They have nothing. I'll still engage the person because I felt how both ends feel and the middle class too. I'm able to engage. So it's all about how you interact with your crowd because they always end up giving you the business that you need. So I think that's one of my strategies. Then on the marketing part, I feel I use loss leaders mostly for my to speed up sales. Be it, let's say, like the way I have my consignment for airports next week. We have like 200 pieces coming in. So on my end, I'll choose certain products. Be it shirts, I'll sell them for a loss, for even like 20 kwacha loss. It's not really a loss, but to bring people into my shop, in which to boost up other products again. So it's that. So it's that thing whereby you drop a price to attract other customers. Then the other story that works for me is price penetration mostly. So mostly if you're running a business, it's not just like running up a business. You have to be as professional as much as you can. So I use price penetration. Be it I look at the market price mostly. I make sure I beat the market price, you know. Make sure if a shoe is at this amount, me even if I'm making 100 kwacha, as long as I have rapid impulse sales, I'm good.
What would you say are the secrets to your success in business?
Okay, number one, I'll say branding. Number two, this one is very important for all of us. I think just not having so many women in your life, you know. Because, hey, I remember 16, 17, was that thing. Tamkwete man, but get all that far, but I won't even balance up. Backward me were broke. So I think that was the eye opener for me. Then another thing that has taught me so many lessons when I was 18, 19, but I put on money. Instead of me investing that money, remember I got my first car when I was should be 18, which in less than
what car was that?
It was a Toyota Celic. And I got it for like
at 18 years.
I got it for like 33,800. It's not that expensive, but by then Shingi.
But 18 driving your own car, it's a big thing.
So then after that, we invested the money, the little money I had left. in which I won't even lie, I started from scratch again. Then again, twice for Pangaman, some good offer came. I got another car. I was like 19. I got the car, like a convertible VW. It was like a good offer. Again, I spent, that was like, I think 130 on it. So, so now imagine the knowledge I have now. If I had put that money in, if it's another story now. So those are one of the life lessons I've learned. That's why these days, things like cars, expensive clothes, they don't really excite me, but gadgets, that's what I use. I'm not saying, if it's not your priority, if you won't make money through it, don't invest in it. If I sometimes you don't care, MacBook, I'll put in, I know, I'll make more when I'm using the product, because I use it for work. So, expensive clothes, that's not necessary. The car is quite poor as long as you have a car you can work with, a phone you can work with. So as long as you have the essentials you need, you don't really need to push it to prove a point out there, like, no, I have money and stuff like that. And that's how I'm trying to brand myself right now. Not like certain things I can't afford, but they're not really needed.
Necessary,
So I cut them out,
Good. Now that you've talked about women, I didn't want to go there, but then you forced me to go there. So I'm going to ask you this question. First of all, you're like a role model for couple girls, right? Not even just for youngsters, but even for old people, like Moneni, Chanda brand, College Steffi, at 20. So where did you get this idea of treating a woman right?
I feel if, mostly your partner is your biggest support. So I feel if they support you in everything that you do, you have all the rights to at least get them a gift. So I just treat her right and appreciate her for what she's doing. Yes, sometimes I get mostly I just appreciate her, get her something for being by your side, not just being your partner. So mostly me, I like engaging the ladies I date in my business. Not that I want to like to use them for my business, but I feel if you're dating a lady and you make her independent, me on my end, you spend less. You know what I mean?
Because it's like there's a burden that has been lifted up from you, right?
Not till, baby, I need money for nails, I need money for makeup. You're off all those unnecessary bills. After some time, you're even able to get her something that's sensible. So I feel if you empower your partner, it's not like you've lost. It's not like you've lost a component of your market share. You'll be free from some expenses. You know what I mean?
That's true.
So I feel empower your woman, work together, engage her on few things. There's quite talk sometimes. But it's life. It's once happened.
What are you referring to right now? What are you referring to right now? And that what are you talking about?
I don't mean it in any bad way.
Now, how do you cope with the pressure? I know you're dating, right? How do you cope with the pressure from other girls? Because I see even in my comments, Yakubati, I imagine what you get in your inbox. Because even in my comments, someone can say, I still want you. And then you're good looking, you've got the money, you're famous. How do you cope with that? Okay,
my early age has taught me a lot of things. So by then I won't even lie, I used to be carried away. Girl, DM, no, Brian, what. Okay. But as at this point, I think I managed the pressure. So one of the few things I did was all my business numbers, I make sure my workers have access to those accounts, like my personal assistants. They do respond to those messages. You'll find sometimes a girl just send pictures from nowhere. So I avoid myself from seeing such messages. So mostly it's my assistants that are talking to. They control all that not. So I think that's one of the measures I've put in. Otherwise, who cosa?
How many workers do you have?
At the moment, I have 2 sales representatives. Then I have 2 ladies who dye my t-shirts. I have a man who prints my t-shirts, so that's 5. Then I have 2 delivery guys, that's 7. Then I also have another guy who counts stock and update me on how what's going. wow, the market price of certain things.
I assume they're older than you. Are they older than you?
Yeah, some are older than me, but I always like to empower the younger people. So my team, the only man who's older is the one who prints my t-shirts. Otherwise, the rest they should be younger than me, I can say.
Okay.
Then one were the same age. So I feel if you empower the younger people, they actually think sharp, because it's not like I've always worked with the younger people. I've worked with older people as well. So there are times where I employ someone old, you fail to control them.
Yeah.
They might be busy, family issues get in your way and stuff like that. So I mostly try to engage young people into my business, because even the shop that I got, it was a young boy branded all that. He should be
Really?
like 19.
Wow.
And imagine, I got quotations from these same big companies, Valenjama 85 pin, the same design.
Yeah.
The same design, you know. 85,000, there was one that was like 56, there was one 36,000. But then for the young person, I just approached, he actually approached me at, when I was busy looking at Akamba, I can do this job. So I would be like, should I trust this boy with such a big job? He was like, no, person conche chance, don't try and zan pass ideas. So we got the materials, was like 15,000. Then he did the amazing job, you know.
Wow.
And it was just that thing, okay, I just have to overpay this person.
Yeah.
And then on the art part, those guys who did the art, they're also young. So there's so much talent among the young people.
Yeah.
But I feel if the older generation can engage the young people into the business and stuff like that, I think there's always positive. Because one thing I always invest in, no matter what, it's not, when you're running your business, it's not all about having sales.
Yeah.
It's not all about having a lot of revenue a day. So on my end, the main pinpoint that pushes me further is investing in human resource.
Great.
Because I believe for a success of every business, as long as you are the overall owner, you might have a different goal, but if your workers don't have the same drive as you have, you become unsuccessful in that field. So on my end, I always make sure my human resource is on point, because those people are the ultimate success of my business, you know. So each time I like to engage with them, I'll even tell them, let's go, I get you beer sometimes. You just engage like you're just friends, you know. There's not that the boss, but they know when they do something wrong, there should be that respect again. But I feel if you invest in the young generation, add them to your human resource, there's so much progress. And I won't lie, since I came up with this strategy, it has boosted me a lot from the losses I had. They've really helped me, I must say.
Good.
Yeah.
So, what are your driving forces in life? What drives you?
What drives me, I think, is the fear of being average. Going back to the point I was at in life, because I've had difficult times. I won't lie. Most like my grade 10 to 12, you know, there's that thing. Wake up early, study so hard. Then to I was staying in the barracks in Chinbin. So to I cheat Daff Nama boys. Wake up at 4, you know, just to catch that free ride, take you to school. You study so hard, you know, studies will take the whole day, 16, 17 again. 17 have to be in town, and I end up school, I'm town, people from Kam, the bus, from 1990, but I think it has helped a lot of people from Kawe, because I feel it's a good initiative. So I fear from going back where I come from. That's why I always keep pushing, you know, because I know one day will be a Sunday.
Great.
Almost a Sunday, but one day it will be super Sunday.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And then what has been your, first of all, you're still doing school right now. You're a successful guy, business guy, still, of course, pushing for more.
Yeah.
Why are you still doing school?
I believe education has power. I won't even like, I joke about it a lot. I'll be like, feel school, what. And mostly, few people have even seen me on campus. I'm that guy who's just never seen in school, but I'm able to grab concepts from people I know, and I mostly invite one or two friends, people I'm close with. They mostly teach me from home. I catch up, then I crack the nights. I'm mostly up like 2, 3. I study 6, 7. I go work 17. I hear what these guys have learned. So mostly it's that thing, like on my end, I don't have time for myself, you know. So I have mostly each day they learn. I take note. Then maybe weekends catch up here and there. If you have tests, you write them, but it's hard to balance. I'll just say there's no balance, you know, because I remember my first year was excellent. Then my second year had some losses, so I tried to cover up as much as I could, you know. So it was that thing where I would come down, where I must go a job, but shan. So my second year results were not so good. But
you're studying finance.
Yeah, I'm studying business administration.
Business.
My minor is economics, but we have all those things. So and I always use those things that I relate. So like even if a question comes, I'm able to relate. Okay, this has happened to me before, and as long as you apply the calculations, and you're better off.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you some real life questions that I ask all my guests. I'll need quick answers, and So what has been your biggest failure in life, and how did you learn from it?
My biggest failure, I've had 3 lowest points in my life. Prior to when those videos leaked, I managed to put myself together. Then when I started my business, my first investment, imagine, that was money I saved for like close to 6 months, which was like a 25,000. I got scammed. Then from that, business picked up. I managed to raise up to, of course, after I bought the cars and everything else, I managed that. I was like trying to now raise enough capital for my business because demand was growing and I had less stocks. So I managed to save up to 85,000, in which I ordered stock. And imagine the consignment got lost. Like,
wow,
it just got lost. You try to call the shipment companies, no, they can't trace it. So that hit me like back to zero, in which it forced me to sell one of my cars to have some liquid cash and other stock. So like that brought me back like just to scratch. And from there, those losses happened in August. Imagine from August, of course I would look like, okay, I'm doing well. But I had so much going on my back. I had losses from August. I managed to recover. That was March. April was good business, and I will say like from then, I think I used less than 50,000 to just invest in the right things, and it's just doubled up like no man's business. I don't even believe it as of now. That's when I came with the idea for the tie and dye t-shirt. Yeah. So that was a good initiative. I had a good supply for t-shirts. I would get them in bulk. I would get like 3,000 pieces at a good price. I would put a price tag like 7 kwacha, 8 kwacha. Those shirts will sell out in a week. So you know, then that helped me push. I got like 100 plus. Put it into shoes. Shoes boosted me even more. Put it into phones. It boosted me even more. Reserved some cash. Got a shop. Invested in it, and now there's just so much business.
Returns, they're massive.
So because I'm on the ground floor, and there's just good business there.
What's the most important thing you've learned in life so far?
The most important thing I've learned in life so far is always be you, be humble, never look down on people, of course. Each person teaches you a lesson, and I've seen this as I've been growing. I've learned from different people. So the most important lesson that life has taught me is be humble, treat people right. You won't see the return, but it's obviously coming ahead of you.
If you had to meet 3 people in your life, dead or alive, who would they be and why?
3 people, dead or alive, who have pushed me. Of course, my uncle Teddy. I learned all my skills from him. Then the second person is my, there are obviously 5, I'll just mention them all.
Cool.
My grandma and my grandpa, those have been there for me. Like, I literally call them mom and dad because they brought me up from nothing. Then, of course, my mom. She's really done the most for me. From a small business, she managed to pay my school fees and everything. And I also appreciate, I have this childhood friend, Milembo. That one, we've come a long way. Solwezi, to Lusaka, even helped me at some point when I went to school for some business. I always appreciate those people because without them, they've given me extra push in life that I'll never forget, I must say.
Yeah, I haven't heard you mention your father.
It's complicated, I'll say.
Okay, cool, cool. If you're free time at all, I know you're a very busy guy. Even getting you on the show has been hard, man.
Yeah. I won't lie, because most when you call me, it's either shoots. I'm sure you just have shoots. I'm counting stock. So mostly weekends I take time to go through the books.
So what do you do in your free time, if at all you ever have free time?
My free time, I think I'm responding to messages. I won't lie. I'm mostly the workaholic. So the bottom line is having fun with what you do. So I find when I'm doing what I do, it's obviously interesting. I call it my free time. I probably call it boring.
Yeah.
But my free time, I think I hang around with my friends, have a drink or two, and get back home.
What's your favorite meal?
My favorite meal is obviously chicken. Chicken with Tsushima.
You and me. What's your favorite music?
Favorite music, it's hip hop. I love hip hop a lot.
So your last words to people who get to be inspired by you, young Zambians, people who'd love to be entrepreneur like you, what are your words to them?
Okay, my words to the young entrepreneurs, people who look up to me is there's nothing as a small amount to start a business.
Good.
You can actually start your business without anything. Because that thing to akoma shop yawe na wako potun sapato apango mafote kwacha, that same thing can push you forward.
Yeah.
So there's nothing like you need a lot of money to start a business. That's a lie. As long as what you need is actually determination that you'll make it one day. And that's what's been pushing me from the one. Then my other advice would be losses are real. Like they've hit me hard right now. So each time you have a loss, it's a lesson. You improve on your loss management and stuff like that. Then the other thing I'll say, less clubbing, more saving, not a lot of saving. There's that optimum saving. Like even you need savings because an emergency can hit you, which you need liquid cash rather than liquidate your assets you can get from your savings. So I would say more savings and then less liquid cash. You can lose it anytime. Then if you run a business, always try to read books. It's just not for profit, loss. There's a lot in it, The aspects like your marketing strategies, how you penetrate with a new product, your product management, how you build a product and how you sell it out there to your clients, your target audience. There are so many things involved in this. So I take time mostly to read about such things like how you do your investment appraisals, how much your return period, and most important, time value of money when you put in this project. How much money will you get at this point? Class sometimes waingisha 50 pin, you make 150 in 4 months. When there's a project, you can put that same 50 and get 100 in a month. People will go for the one for 150 because it will pay them more. Yeah. But you're better off to go for the one that will give you 100
in a short period of time.
the short period. So use money as time, Don't put money in one business. Invest in different businesses and they'll pay off as time goes by. So it's not just about naima namba business wakamba napanga kalos na eka. Now those people are even privileged. You've got parents who've got money, you know, they are successful and you feel entitled to their money. That's not your money. Why don't you ask for some and establish your own and push your name further? Then there are also those who are born in rich families. So it's not about you wasting what your parents have built. Have that spirit to take it further, We need people at least now if we by 25 years, not kwata kwama 65 million. Not umuntu kwata 65 million at no early shiva. We shouldn't have that mentality. Someone can make that amount. It's not like I'm against but I feel if we put it in US dollars, that's like 4 million, is it? We have young people abroad, like America. Let's say come on 20 years, carrying 10 million. So I feel our mentality should change as Zambians. Not to know if they're doing well, they're your enemy. No, put those people close, get some knowledge. Who knows? They'll teach you something that you don't know. So it's not about hating on each other. No, that we know. Let me steal their business. Let me also start doing like I'm not a So better seek knowledge from different people, read different books, research, learn how to invest on the right things. Losses issue there, have good loss management tactics, have good human resource and everything else.
Now, sorry, a lot of people argue that it's my birthday.
Oh. Here in Chanda, they don't expect someone young to be here.
How old are you now?
21.
Because I want to wonder that every year you are turning 20.
Okay, I remember. No, listen, I think my mistake was, I remember in high school, I was literally the youngest boy. Like, most people who've learned with me, they know that. I was the youngest boy. So, quite a while, I was sang up now. So, how old are you? I got tattoo. So I made this post. By then, I wasn't even popular, I can remember. So you need our poster Shanshan. Happy 21st birthday to me, Shanshan. You can even check those comments on that item. People are even laughing at me. Why you lying? Nah, I saw Papa 3 years from now. Hey, now you've got 25 years. So I don't understand. So it's possible you can make it at a young age. You know?
Why are you not facing the camera? What have you done in your head?
A certified lover boy, so.
Okay, Brian, I just want to say thank you. I didn't know you are this deep and loaded, and you have a very huge and better understanding about business. And I feel we need to have, another chat where we just strictly talk about business, and then you give us all these nuggets.
Yeah, no problem. Me on my end, quite well. You never even find no but it's about what's in your head, not what people think about you, honestly. So
and you're sharp. I've learned a lot from you.
The knowledge lies in the books. Quite well to attend social media, but half time there's a lot of knowledge in these things, and me personally, on a personal level, not just the course I'm doing, but I've learned a lot from different life situations,
Okay. Thanks a lot for coming, and I wish you all the best. You're one of the young people that are doing amazing things, and we get to be inspired. So keep doing what you do, and thank you for showing up on the Real Life Show.
Thank you so much.
That's what we do, ladies and gentlemen. Right here, I was chilling with young, legendary Chanda Brian here, and I've had an interesting chat. Keep watching, stay safe, and God bless you. Peace.
What's up? It's your boy Chanda Brian, and you are watching the Real Life Show with Jonathan. Make sure you subscribe the YouTube channel. There's so much content you can learn from. I got a chance to get on this platform, and make sure you watch it. Stay tuned. Bless.